you need to, where did the wool come from? Can you see the little lamb being brought to everybody else? So we're going to be working with the felt, obviously. We're going to start with wet felting, and there's only one person in the room who hasn't done that. So we're just going to lay out our three layers of felt. One side, flip it over, 3 layers again. Now, we're working in white for the base, but when we get that base done, that's where the magic comes. You can choose your colors, choose your designs, and then we're going to turn them into, well, you can turn them into a little brooch. This is the same amount of wool I used in, where are the pieces to do? No. Oh, yeah. I started off the same amount of wool, depending how much you're felting it, what size, when you want to stop it shrinking. So this was a little Bridges hanging up thing for the wall I just did for Bridges Day. This one here isn't felted as tight, but it's a pink cushion. So it's, and then this one is felted down a bit further, and that hangs on the wall as well. So you'll have 3 choices when we get to a certain stage. Do you want to make a little brooch? Do you want to make a hanging piece or what? But that's the creative side. And that's when I want you to let yourselves go and really enjoy your creative juices. So I'm going to set up here now. And another thing I'd like to say, for ages, I thought I had to have the big towel and I had to have the big everything. And I was working really hard. Then I realized, no, you set up according to the size of piece you're going to make. So, you don't have to overdo everything, right? So you all have a towel. And has everybody got a piece of a bit of bubble wrap. Now, bubble wrap is important because for friction. I'm a storyteller and a writer, and most of my work, whatever I draw in the books, I turn into 3D stories, and I go around to children's libraries, things around, and it's all to do with stories. So, so that's why I mainly work in 3-dimensional. Yeah. So I have this all wrapped, everything I wrapped, I don't know, with all the rain all week, I thought, oh my God, I could be going in a boat down there, So it's so just have, now you can cut your piece in half. I normally would have a piece cut in half, but I'm not going to worry today. Is our around so you can work it with folded over. Yeah. So this is, oh, that's in one piece. Yeah, no, this is better. Right, okay. Yeah. It could be cut up. Yeah, no need. I've loads of bits cut up. Now, what frightened me a lot too, when I was starting off felting was, oh, where do I get this? Where do I get that? How do I get this? Where do I get that? And I have to have everything. And what's that? And what's this? And if you think back to when, like, I've written a story for the children about wool and felting and that. And it starts off with a little shepherd going up with the sheep up the mountain. And then that's very cold. And the ewe, who is the mother who looks after everybody, like we are all more or less used looking after all our families. She comes over and she nudges him, and she goes over and she rubs against the side of the hedging, and then she nudges him over to pick her wool, and he shoves it in his shoes. And of course, then the day goes on, he's walking up and down, and he comes home that night and takes off his shoes, and these 2 pieces of material that didn't have to be loomed. And that was amazing back all those centuries ago. And so that's how I like to tell the children about how felt is so easy. Wool has little things on it, what did you call them? Barbs. Thank you for the word. Has little barbs on it. And when we do any kind of friction on it, they knot together, So everybody they'll get their own feel of how they work with their wool. But I think it's very important to actually connect with your wool before you start pulling it apart. So will everybody just take up the piece of wool and just, you know, connect with it yourself and for a few moments. Now, so you have your felt, you have your thing, you have your, now warm water, y'all, I can see you all have your bowl all ready to go, very good. And so now I don't like to put the soap in my water. It doesn't make sense, it's just a personal, I prefer to work with the water and rub the soap on the thing. I then feel like I've control about how much. And when you're going to, I'll actually give you some little sponges. Because we're doing such a small piece, these are cheapest chips. Get them anywhere, right? So I'll just give you one of those to play. Why I like to use new on this. Oh, because it's going to I think I might have left it around. Okay, everybody, because it's so small, take one for myself. Because it's so small that a piece we're working on, I like to just squeeze into the center of my work when I'm wetting it. And then I press down and I just move it out. And don't go too big around the outside of your heart. I know we need some to fold around, but when you actually press down and start moving your wool out like that, you will get enough edge to fold under. So if you leave too much, sometimes you're trying, oh my God, I nearly have the back covered with the front, but that doesn't matter. You can work it in anyway. But so by just putting little bits of water on the heart, you can, control where the water goes. With these, sometimes it gets very wet and messy and it's on the floor and you're drying yourself up. So you can squeeze this as many times as you like because we're working in such a small piece. Other than that, I would be using my, but so what I want you to do is I want you to get your bit of felt. And I could do it a heart myself. Where did they put them? Hearts are, oh. And I always have an extra towel, particularly if we're working bigger. I have an extra towel and I usually keep it beside me. And I also have an old face cloth, for all because sometimes you're getting wet and you don't want to be wet with your dry wool. So anyway, we're going to put down our piece of our heart, right? And we're going to start now. Pick up your thing and it very nicely, very gently, and connect with your wool. And, it just comes apart. Gentleness with the wool absolutely makes life so easy. The wool will cooperate with you so easily when so we leave those two to the side because they will do the other side. And then we have the two for the, and you can divide them again if you want for easy pulling. We're only working on a small piece. And another thing, when I'm laying down, the way you lay down and then you lay that way. When I'm working small, I just lay the same direction, but I turn my work. It's less strenuous when you're working and then you're trying this way and then you're trying that way. It's actually causing extra tension on your arms and your things that's not that we could do without, particularly when we're working in a small piece. So tease it out. And when you pull it, there will be a kind of a straight edge and a wispy edge. Now, if I was doing something a flat piece of felt that I wanted to have a very nice tidy edge, I would make sure and lay the thick end out and the wispy end in. But because we want the wispy end to go around, we're going to put the straight end in towards and the wispy edge down, right? So we're just going to start and you just tease it as much as you like. We can just because this is small, when you're working fine and small, you just feel your wool and you just very, very gently. Has everybody pulled wool before?
Yes.
Has everybody pulled wool? So in my hand is what I would call my straight edge, and this is the wispy. So we want the wispy to be just there, but it's white on white, which is right. So very gently, respect your wool, and it's and you lay it a little overlapped, and then the tip. So, and it doesn't matter. I'm going across here. It doesn't matter if you want to start down, as long as you change your weave. So, is everybody all right? Are you looking for something?
No, I just having a look.
Oh, sorry.
And you can come up and get closer if you need to.
Yeah. So everybody has felted before, so, except the one guy, and I know he'll be well-minded down in that corner. Yeah, that's one thing about this skilled. Everybody minds they're, not for a minute do you need to worry about, oh, can't do this, because when I tell you the expertise that's in this room would knock your socks off. And that's not talking about me, I can assure you. Yeah, so you have it in one direction and it's nice and wispy, not, as I say, we're making it a little small project. And there we go. I haven't let me bottle of water. Oh, I had bowls.
You needed something?
Yeah, a container I had one with.
Is there a spare? Does someone have a spare?
No.
You have one? Or you don't have a day? Here, I have
Ah,
someone has a spare.
Yeah, no, I had a couple.
Elizabeth brings spare.
Yeah, no.
A spare container for water?
Yeah.
This house. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Fair of everything. Do you want water in it?
No, I have.
Good.
Here. Yeah. Thank you. No, yeah, you can, no, you. Yeah, open it. Now. Thank you. About 4 bars is open there. What was I going to say? So as I said, I don't like to, just personally, because bubbles actually, they actually retire the felting a little bit if there's too many bubbles. And the olive soap, I know we think it's nice for our hands, but it's also very important because the pH level of the wool, it works with the wool, and then then we need to use vinegar at one point, and it's not just to kill so it won't go moldy over the years. It actually changes the wool back to what the soap has done to it. So it's very important that you do the little vinegar stage. So I like to wet down each layer I put down. So just squatching. It doesn't matter if you've gone ahead, it's perfectly all right. So just in the middle, I'm putting a little bit of wool because it's so what you call it, small. So as you're working, I want you to see what part, where am I holding my tension? Where am I, so we start always in the middle of your piece and work out, and that's to keep it from, and we're not felting now, we're only pressing very gently. We've squeezed from the center, we've squeezed our little heart pink, and we open it up. Flip away. Oh. Sorry, this is not planned. So we've done that, and we have our first little layer. So instead, I'm just going to turn my work, and I'm going to work the same as I did, and it's the wispy bit I want out to the edges, not the straight, because of what we're going to do with it. So I pull it, whoops, it's too thick. The thicker your wool is, the harder it is to felt. So it's worth taking your time making it. So I'm going to turn wispy bits out. Little wispy bits out. Wispy bits out. Now my first layer and if it's a bit thick, you know, connect with your wool. You know, it's a these sheep are actually so lucky. Most sheep end up in the attic, you know, insulation and stuff like that. Whereas here, they're going to become beautiful objects that people are going to appreciate. So these are the lucky sheep. Now, as I said, and I'm going to wet again. And I wet from the center, in the center of the work. And then I close up, fold it over. And this is nothing to do with felting yet. We're just getting our second layer down. And we're going to press in the center of our heart and move out. And as you move out, the felt grows a bit. So, you know, you will have plenty of turnaround no matter what. So it's just pressed and pressed. And what I like to do is, where is my? Now, I like to use a bit of net. You don't have to, but I like to use it. And this is actually, my daughter was a Latin American modern dancer, and I used to make her dresses. And it's just a piece of dance material, you know, stretchy 6-way, you know, it's just, so I like to lift up. And I just lay it down. As I say, it's not necessary. You can work through your thing. Now, this is where I just wet the soap a little bit, and I like to put the soap on this way. Yeah. So just pressing down. We're not felting yet. We're just pressing down, and you can do this through your thing. I wet this here now with them. Yeah. No. Yeah. So you can go, the experienced felters just fly along. It's really only the people who don't know how to do it that need to pause. You all have your own beautiful way of felting, and that's what's important. So now I'm going to check that the netting isn't stuck to it, and it's not, so we're grand. And then I'm going to dry my hands. And I'm going to take another little piece of wool, you'll see, and we're going to turn, I'm going to turn my work again, so as I've no strain on twisting or doing anything awkward. And we just take wispy bits again, and we want the wispy bit out to the side, you know, rather than the other way around, and out, and turning, and out, and turning, and out, and no, this is the third layer. So if you're way ahead, that's fine. You're a felter. You don't need to. I'm just demonstrating slowly for those who aren't experienced. The rest of us will be flying along.
So we'll just have how many layers on the one side?
3 and 3.
3.
Yeah.
And they're
very fine.
Fine. And they're kind of all multi-directional.
Yeah, if you have a layer going down or layer going across, a layer going down, or if you, whichever you do, you might do across, down and across. As long as they're changing direction, it's perfectly, that's what we need. We need change of direction. So don't get worried about, oh, am I going down or am I going across? As long as you change your direction, the barbs of the wool will have a chance to connect and do their thing. Okay, so now I'm going to, oh, a very small bit, very small bit. So into the center of the work again, squeeze the water.
Using the sponge to squeeze, that's brilliant.
Yeah. And they're cheap as chips. I think if you go into Mr. Price or that, you can get a big bag of them for €2 or something. So, you know, there's lots of ways that I work. So now remember, we're pressing in the center of our work each time we wet it. And we're going to we're not felting yet. So we're just pushing out. And this is to stop air bubbles or anything going into it. Okay, is everybody with me? I'm not going too fast or anything? No? You can see people felting already there. This will felt very, very easy. Now, I'm going to put down my little cloth again, as I say, and I'm going to just barely wet the soap and just rub it on. Now, if you're working on your bubble wrap, this is the time, you know, where you get your soap in and you do a little rubbing. Nothing too dramatic, because we're still not actually felting yet. So we're just doing that, right? And now we're going to turn our piece over. I just put my hand under and I turn it over. And just start folding in the wispy bits that are extra. And this is where you make your heart shape. You just fluff it in. Fluff it in. As I say, don't worry if you have big amount going on around the back of your heart, but it is important now that we get a good shape of our heart, that we keep it going, and then we press down with our and even now I can pick it up, you know what I mean? Although it hasn't felted yet. So don't be afraid. Wool is so forgiving. You know, you can reshape it. It's fantastic, little helper. It's really, really, really. So now I'm going to put which way this paper is, doobity-doo. Yeah. So it hasn't even been felted yet. We can go down on it. So now I'm going to put a little bit of soap on my inside of the thing. Right. And we're going to bring it down. And this is where we keep an eye on the shape of the heart. So you go around with your finger and you make sure, yes, it's nice and tight. It's really nice and tight to the frame, right? Now, this is where we put a little bit in. I always put a little bit in the center because the two have, the sides have come around. Normally there's a thin part in the center. So I'm just going to take I have one here. Faithful hand towel. Get it all dried off, yeah. Yeah, put that one back, yeah. And now we're going to lay the next layer. But first, I'm going to lay a few bits in the center because I know the sides have come around, but the center is a bit baldy. Yeah. Just going to do that first. And then I'm going to put down my little cloth or your bubble wrap, whatever you're used to using. And I'm just going to press that in before we start. So now that's kind of even because the little bit in the middle that didn't get from around the sides has been filled. So now we're going to, this will be our second layer now because the fold over and the gap gave us a layer. So now, remembering we want the wispy bit outwards for the folding over. So keep it nice and wispy, and it doesn't need to go over too much, because every time when we wet our layers, they spread a bit, and that gives you ample turnover. Does anybody need me to look at anything? Is they're all flying along? Yeah. How was our first time felter?
And you have 9 people in the audience.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So we're just, as I say, if you're used to felting, felt the way you felt and get your little heart done, because then you'll have a lot more time to actually embellish and work with it. So we're going down. This is our second layer. We only had to put a little bit into the center because we had a wrap around. And I'm going to need another little bit from here. Now, what we're initially making here is a little, they're famous all over the world, bag charms. Every kid, every person in the world has something hanging out of their haversack or their bag. And that's what we intend to make today. Although there are a couple of different, you know, as I said, you could hang them, or you could, you know, there's all different ways of doing it. You can turn it into a little brooch, you can, but if you're going to turn it into a little brooch, you don't stuff it. You keep it flat and keep working it. That's nothing in it. That's just, and it shrunk right down because I kept working it. That's the exact same amount of wool as this, but this was much less felted than that, just for demonstration purposes. But and this is a bit wide, and that was intentional. Whatever direction you roll, it's going to grow, right? And my name is Helena, and I do intend at some stage to actually get the Helena on my brooch. But so be careful. You know, you know, so I wanted to be able to fit Helena on it. So I had to kind of roll it a little bit longer this way and let it shorten that way. So for every time when we get to the rolling, you make sure that you are rolling directions you want. But wool is so forgiving. If we forget and we're working on a piece of felt, and it say this corner has gone out there, we just need to roll it up like that and roll it back and forward a few times, and it shrinks back in. Wool is so forgiving, you know. And we're pressing down. We're still not here at the, making sure everybody can stay with us. And I'm going to put the soap on. As I say, barely wet it. I like to know that every piece is getting soap. And as I say, you can use any soap you like, but it's the bubble content you have to be careful of. You have to try and make sure that there's not too much bubbles getting into your felt, because they have to be got out of the felt before it'll properly felt. Yeah. So just, and now I'm going to fold over, going to put a bit of, you know, lots of slip. The soap is for on your thing is lots of slip. And now we're going to start felting. So we're going to come down, pressing it out and out. And this here, I don't mind there being water and soap together here, because we need it to make this nice and slippy. Now, so you're going to just rub it. But when you're rubbing it, make sure you're keeping the shape of your heart. Keep the shape of your heart. It's most important. And as I say, if it goes astray, we just lift it up, we look at it, and we reshape it. Like, as I say, wool is magic. I love working with it. And as I say, everybody comes up with their own way of felting that suits them. And, you know, it's such a beautiful art that you don't have to be rigid. Your thing, your wool, it makes you're keeping your, I'll take this off now, but just make sure, because we're only starting to felt now. So with plenty of soapy under there. And you just keep shaping the heart and rubbing very gently at this stage, because it's not a piece of fabric yet. So you have to be nice and gentle with it. But don't be afraid of it, you know. If your hands aren't slipping, just get your wool and just keep going around, around, around. Now, for a few minutes, I want you, as you're doing your circling and you're rubbing in your felt, I want you to think of yourself a little bit, and just keep, you know, think of how relaxing, you know. I have to, when I get into my little felt corner, a bomb could go off and I don't know. So I want us to try and find a little bit of your own relaxation in your own space when you're going. Remember, wool is so forgiving, and just keep shape your heart, keep shaping, keep rubbing. As I say, I just demonstrate, and I find if you do this stage for a little longer, by the time you get rolling, it shrinks much faster. So it's better putting a little more time into doing this and doing this. And as I say, now it's quite sturdy that I can just pick it up and check that these wispy bits are all going in and up and around, keeping the shape. Yep, put this down again. Or your bubble wrap. I'm just so used to doing this, I don't even think. So you just bring it right around and rub, 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 rub. I'll bring the thing back over there, bubble. So if I can get you to realize that you can felt with anything, you know, yes, there are lovely tools we all have and we like them, but they're not necessary for every job. You know what I mean? So you can just keep rubbing and rubbing and felting and felting. I'll just walk around now and see how we're doing. So I don't.
Is that your parts? Yeah, well, it's good, you're getting it. Yeah, they haven't already. Yeah, yes. Yeah, I know.
How's everybody getting on? Now we're going to take. Oh yeah, I'm not at the stage, but this doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you what you're going to do next, right? You're going to roll. Now you can put all sorts of bamboos and sticks and everything in this, but this is a very small project. So you don't really need to go mad with your rolling. So you roll it, right? And I would roll it. I like to think of the clock. Sorry, people. Hello? Hello? When I'm rolling, I like to think of the clock. So I start at 12, I go to 3, I go to 6, I go to 9. And when I get to 12, I turn the direction of my thing and I start off at 12 again. Now, this only needs about 15 rolls in each direction. So we just go. As I say, mine is not important, but just to make sure that you're going. So now I'd say everybody is nearly at the stage where they can feel that it's coming together so now we're starting to tell it, right? So yeah, you're starting to roll already because they're rolling. As I say, the longer you do this, which is less strenuous, the shorter you have to do this. So that's very important for people who are my age, where, you know, I did it all. So now I want you to just link in with yourselves for a few minutes and say, how do I feel? you know, it's just, this is something that it can be a therapy in the life. It can be, you know, it's just so pleasing. And as I say, when you think of the little sheeps in the fields and how lucky these are that they actually are going to turn into a beautiful piece of art, that it makes a whole difference to your approach. It's not just fiber, it's lived a life, and we're giving it another life. So it's very important that we enjoy what we're doing. And I could say we're working very small today, so it shouldn't take long to start going. So just roll it when you have 15 done, 3 o'clock, 15 rolls. Have a look each time that it's not going all funny, or it's not going twisted, or it's not going wrong shape. So have a little connection every time you turn it. Sorry.
And then remember not to.
Yeah. So make sure you're turning and fairly soon you should start to feel that the resistance side wants to get out of there. It doesn't want to be in there anymore. So 15 on each, because it's only a little piece of felt. You don't have to think 100 in this direction and 100 in that direction. We're working with a tiny piece of wool. So what you call it, I think you can start rolling as well. So rolling, so I'll show you. So we're just going to make it easy for you. So we call this 12 o'clock.
Right.
And you just roll it up tightly. And you're actually say 12 o'clock. And you just roll it 15 times in that direction.
Okay.
So back and forward is one roll. Back and forward is one roll. And open it up and check it before you change direction, because one side might be going a bit smaller than the other or whatever. So connect with it all the time, just connect with it. And when it starts getting, when it starts wanting to fight to get out of the thing, you've done enough rolling, right, for this particular project. We don't need, at this point, then we do a thing which is, what's a folding, or what's the word, folding, or the other word for felting? Fulling, thank you. I'm totally dyslexic. Fulling is what we will be doing next, not actually, now, committee, have you got any scissors?
I bought, there's some right over there I brought. They're not great. So
No, it doesn't matter.
sharp embroidery scissors?
Yeah. No, whatever, it's just to cut a little nick. Now.
They're not pretty sharp. They're just kittens.
Yeah, no, it's just they'll have to open a little nick.
They probably, I always think of a kit being sharp.
Yeah, I would too, but well. Now we're going to need, this is decision time, gang. We're going to have to find out, what do we want to end up with? So it depends on where you cut a hole as to what you're going to end up with, right? If you want a little thing, a little bag charm, you choose, how do you want it to hang? See? Sorry, these people here. I don't know if I can.
The camera's over there.
Oh, the camera's over there. Oh, I'm brutal. Yeah. So that's, you see where I chose there. So this is your creative side. Nothing is wrong. You just do whatever creative side you want to do. So as I say, all over the world, everybody is hanging these little charms off their bags. Every country in the world, every age in the world, they're all hanging the little charms off. So that's why I thought it would be a nice different thing to do and not too taxing. So when you have it and when it's all purling up on you, give me a call and we'll decide where you want to make your little cut.
I think I'm gonna make a pin cushion.
A pin cushion, right.
This might just be one side and I might end up stuffing it and putting
Yeah, I have the stuffing, so you'll be stuffing it as well. So I want you to. No, you just take a little cut, and then when you're decorating it, you can really camouflage the little cut, you know. So just making it, anywhere you like, it doesn't matter. Wool is so forgiving, you know, you can. Is it curling up? Oh, did you start rolling it?
I did some rolling, yeah.
Yeah, well, you need to do more because it needs to shrink more to,
Okay.
so you do the 15, the 15, the 15, the 15 turn. It doesn't matter, you know, it's such a small little piece. You can put the towel around it if you like, but it's such a small little piece. Yes, yours is shrinking. So you get a scissors.
Much smaller than that if I want it, can I?
Oh, you can. You keep rolling if you want it to be as small, you know, you just, and have you made a cut?
No, it seems kind of.
You have to, you have
Yeah.
to, you have to
really
poke
dig it
in, but
in.
you see, you've got 3 layers there.
Yeah, of course. And is this how you take the resist out?
Yes.
Okay, so it needs to be quite big then, does it?
No.
You'll show us.
It just,
You can pull it out.
this hole will grow, believe you
Yeah.
me, and you just start pinching. So you go in and play with that because if you need to get the sensation of doing it yourself. So anybody need, oh yes, sorry. Anybody need, are you rolling? You're curling up, well, you're okay. So what do you want to end up with? Do you want to end?
a purse.
Oh, no, you won't get a purse. It'll only be tiny.
Yeah.
So you won't get a purse. You'd have to put a zip in and everything, you know. No, you won't get a purse. Yeah. What was I going to say? So now that resist wants to come out. See, it's curling like that. So what do you want? Do you want it to be a brooch? Do you want it to be a little thing hang off a bag? Whose heart is it?
What's my heart?
Your heart, right. So
She's going to keep her condoms.
very good. Very good. That can be done. That can be done. Yeah. So I want you to make a little cut. And remember, we're going to be embellishing this. So don't worry too much about the cut. And what you have to do is make sure, pinch it up. Yeah. And pull it a bit. So as you're only getting, you're not going to cut your resist because you'll be able to use that little cut because it grows. And you get it? Now, I want you to get a little bit bigger than that. You were very good at following instruction, right? Just a tiny bit, right?
Yeah.
And then poke in and pull your resist out.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. The resist isn't fighting to get out. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, yeah. That's why we kept rubbing it and not rolling it. We do. We have a scissors. So you need, I'm not doing this for you because it's the sensation of that it's the first time. Yours is starting to curl nicely, so don't be trying to.
This is coming out here
Yeah.
in that corner.
Well, that's the corner to do then. Now you don't need much more. Just wiggle, pull.
That's nearly ready to come or I stay going. So where are the options? Where can you cut? You can cut the middle or where else?
You can cut there.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to hang out of your bag or your
Yeah.
daughter's school bag
Yeah.
or whatever, you cut there.
There.
If you wanted to hang on the wall, you'd cut there.
Oh.
So there's, yes, yeah. Well, then I would cut somewhere here.
Right.
So I want you to pinch and kind of pull apart. Oh, that's right. She's going to be dry felting, but it will close. She has to put her stuffing in.
Oh, my stuffing. I get stuffing.
You get stuffing.
No, I got stuffing.
Yeah, you get stuffing. Yeah, you get stuffing. Yeah. So we.
Hello, can I ask something?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of stuffing to put in your heart. So don't be worrying about the hole you're cutting. So
Excuse me.
you have to wiggle.
Yeah,
and
no,
feel.
that's gone out.
Oh, it's gone out. Well, then you just wait. We'll get to the next stage. You can actually you can go if you want it to be smaller. It's very forgiving wool. It's it's just, yeah, it's not just get to know your little heart.
Excuse me.
Can you just kind of, we need to get rid of a little bit of soap. We're a little bit soapy. So just in here, you can rinse your hands and dry them. So remember, the soap actually changes the compound of wool. You put the vinegar into it. I have some vinegar here. We'll change and get cold water, and you put the vinegar in it wet. No, yes, when you're finished what you're going to do with it.
I dip this in here to get out.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, it's very, very soapy. And remember, It's tough. You can do anything you like with it and it won't go away. So what do you want to do with it? You can make a little brooch with it. You can make something, pardon? The bag. Well, then choose a corner and you can cut from there. How are you? You have it? Yeah, well, I want you to do that yourself. Just pull it. Brute force and ignorance gets it out. Yeah. Oh, you have a lovely scissors. So you just cut the little corner and then wiggle out your resist. How are we doing here now? The back, is it? Yeah.
I roll it again, or?
Well, I'm just doing it says roll.
Have you done the 15-15 and turned it over and done
Yeah.
15-15? Okay, it needs wait. So what size do you want it to be?
Suppose that size. Or
That size?
I don't
Yeah.
mind, whatever
And
works.
what do you want to make? Do you want to make something to hang on the wall?
I'm feeling you just for a second. I have a question. Hi, does someone have a question, Katerina? Do you have a question?
Yeah, like
Mine was over with
I make here like I don't know, I'm just improvising like
that's
so
okay. I mean, it's kind of, you know,
with the soap, with the wool. I
uh-huh.
have this shape, so far like on the other side I have felt. Then
That's
on
fine.
this side I have like I was putting like water and a little bit of soap and
Okay.
mixing. Yeah.
That sounds fine. And you got a resist in between. Yeah, I think that's fine. That you have color is fine too. People are working usually in white, it looks like in the room when I'm looking around, but I think it's fine. I think she's going to use white and then embellish it, I
But
think.
then after like I have other felt, so I can put on top of that
Of
some other.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could needle felt it on. You could wet felt it on if it's roughed
Ah,
up enough. So if it's
okay.
free felted, you
But
won't be able
just
to
one question,
turn.
how many layers? Because so far I have maybe only 2 layers.
She said 3. They're very thin layers, but they're
Okay.
such a small, they're smaller maybe than the one you're working on, like they're palm sized, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. And so it's 3, and there are 3 layers, wispy layers. I can show you with the size of the resist. Hang on, let me get up.
Okay, because I'm improvising. I don't have bubble wrap. I'm just like kind of
That's all right.
using
It's all
a
good.
towel and so that's all. And after like so you just put as well to dry, yeah. But what about that rolling thing?
Hang on. This is
When you have your resist.
this is the size of it. Oh, hang on. Camera's over here. Here, let me
Yeah,
that's the size. So it's not real
yeah, we
big.
have similar size.
It's the size of my
Yeah.
hand, so it's smaller. That's okay.
Okay.
There's no wrong way.
No,
Right.
there's no wrong size. There's whatever size you like, it will go to.
Yeah.
All right.
But what about that rolling? Like did you
What'd you
I
say-
didn't
what'd you say?
understand that part.
She said whatever size you have is fine. It's not because it's not like we're making a hat or something that has to fit some end use, like a purse or a hat or iPod case or something, that it doesn't matter. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just a hard to go.
This is my first time, so I'm a
It's all
needle
right. It's
felter, like
fine.
I'm doing with needle sticks, but then I just wanted to try.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a little harder, I know. So,
Okay, thanks.
all right. I moved that back. Okay, so she, okay, so.
Now, has everybody got a resistor? Okay, so you need to get your tucking in. And then we're going to do the window calculating, so this is wherever it is.
Back on you if you're talking. There you go.
Yeah.
So if you want to see.
Now. Yeah. To make it yeah. I pick a side of the heart. Yeah, so you pick a side. Yeah, you just keep fishing. You have to make sure you've cut through all. So poke through. I know I'm there. Now and then you just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. The hole will get bigger. It's always better to cut a smaller hole than a big hole because in 2 seconds it can be that size, you know. So yeah. So when you have your empty heart, we'll say, right, we need to fill it. But I want you to get your finger in and rub around the shape of the heart. So as we don't end up with a big seam around the heart. Of course, it could be nice to have the seam around your heart, but to make it nice and rounded, go in, it's real textile. Put your finger in there and make sure that it's going. I'll show you here. You're looking a bit puzzled. In there, in the hole, yeah. And go right to your here.
Yes.
And make sure you
Yeah,
haven't got a seam.
I'm going to do a 2D one now.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So you just make sure you have a nice. And now I want you to change your water for a moment now. If we could get some cold, change the.
Say it again.
Yeah. Yes, sorry. I want you, when you're ready and you made sure you've no seams, I want you to change your water, just ordinary water. And I'm going to spray a little bit of vinegar into it. And it does stop the moths getting at your wool stuff, but that's not the reason we use it. We use it because it restores the pH of the wool. The wool has to be restored to its normal pH. And that's what the vinegar's most important job is. It's not, it does help the moths not get at it. But the real reason is the soap has changed the compound of the wool and we have to restore it. And the way we restore it is with a bit of vinegar. Okay, so if you change your water bowls, maybe get a cup on the way, and then I'll organize the bowl of vinegar water. Yeah, it's just empty that and put a good bit of water in. Thank you. Now you can see how much wool we used. You know, it's. Have you nice round edges on your hearts? Yeah. Good. So as I say, connect. It's your own little heart. So, you know, as I always think of the mammy you know, looking after all the sheep, you know, and I always feel that, you know, that's the kind of sensation I get when I'm working with wool. And as I say, these are the lucky sheep. We have taken the time to want to turn them into something beautiful. The rest of the sheep wool is attic insulation if it's lucky, in the bin if it's not, you know. So these are very special little sheep that we have gotten to work with. So yeah. Everything okay? Can I?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I used to think I have down in West Cork a sheep. My husband and my brother-in-law have loads of sheep.
Yeah.
But nobody wants the wool. So we had to get sheep that the wool just falls off now. We don't get them food.
Oh, go away.
The breed where they're self.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my God. I'll go down with a bag and collect it. Are we going on the train?
Cold water? You want regular water?
Doesn't matter, it doesn't
Like
matter.
in-
Room temperature, there. Yeah, I have a bit of hot here, yeah. Get an hour drink myself. Now, are you okay? Do you want to make a little cut? Or you have the cut done?
Put down, well,
Oh, you have it out? Oh, yeah. Well, then just, make sure it's, and I'm going to ask you to come, up and dip into my vinegar water now before we finish.
Vinegar.
Oh, it's here. Just a cup of hot water. No, not at the moment. I have. No, it's not vinegar yet. I'm looking for me here. It will be. So, and this is, well, who am I talking to?
Yes, I made it.
As I say, I had to get HELEN on mine, so I had to do it wide. So yeah, just, yourself, just. It's a brooch. So I gave them an offer of a little brooch piece or a ring piece or yeah.
What does the vinegar water do?
The vinegar water, when we put soap on wool, it changes the pH of the wool. So we need to put the vinegar on to turn the wool back to normal.
Oh, right.
And also it keeps away the moths.
Percentage in that.
Oh, just how many I squeezed. It
Yeah.
isn't, yeah. So just mess around there. It's only vinegar. Oh, I wasn't expecting to be paid.
No, that's grand. This is what we do.
I thought I'd just do it. Oh. I wasn't.
Do
Thank you,
anything.
Helen.
No, but that's, we do, this is what we do.
Oh,
So
well,
you
thank you. And as I say,
This is for my books.
oh, yeah.
So when I go, oh, there's 75
Yeah.
now, and then I say, yeah. I gave that to Helena
Yeah.
and Helena signed. that
Yeah.
we got.
Yeah. Now, so there's a basin with the vinegar in it. And I said, the vinegar is to bring the pH back.
Change our water.
Oh, no, I have it up here. I said one bowl will do all. Yeah.
Have to, lovely and leave you. I have to go to my granddaughter's.
Well, I'll give you a bit of, have you vinegar in it? No,
No,
I'm going to.
Apologies.
Well, you're a felter anyway. You know what you're doing.
Go miles away.
Yeah.
So Venus, what's the next stage then?
The next stage is I'll give you a bit of, you can roll as you want it smaller. If
Yeah.
not, I'll take one of them out of there. And that's what you stuff it with.
Lovely.
Right?
Have
Now,
to wait for it till it's dry?
no.
No, okay,
You get the shape while it's wet and then it'll hold.
lovely.
And then, wait till I see. Yeah. What do you want it to be?
A little hanging like
Hanging
a
thing.
Christmas tree. Or not Christmas tree, but.
Now, what you do with this bit of felt, right?
Yeah.
You is a little smaller one, you know, can't see. But you, now, if we can come back after tea break, please. If we can come back and sit around because time ticks. I don't mind you eating and drinking at the table, but please come back so as you can get the next stage. Sorry.
Yeah, you're grand,
Taking
you're
your
fine.
time.
It's a bit like herd and sheep.
Now, what you do is when you get a bit of this out,
Yeah,
you fill the corners like that.
Yeah.
And then when you get to nearly filling about here, you take a piece of that and you wrap it around the hoop and you shove it in. And then when you're needle felting, it's becoming really, really solid.
okay.
Okay, so there you go.
So, sorry, just say that last part again. I've
So you have to cut it.
cut it again.
Oh, no, you cut it
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay. So if you cut it there, that was for hanging.
Okay.
So what you do is you take it, you fill in, and then when you get to about there, you take a nice long bit and you're shoving it right into the
To
center
attach it.
to attach it. And then as you're needle felting it, it's getting stronger and stronger.
Great.
Okay, so I just put that there.
And then you
Yes,
stuff up.
do the same thing if you go home, and just if you cut it there for a bag thing.
Lovely. And then you just have that needle felt.
Oh, just needle felt any designs you like, yeah.
For the pink cushion, then you just fill it.
Just fill it and turn it, yeah, and then you can put any felting design on you want.
Good.
Okay, have we everybody back? Thank you. Anybody who hasn't dipped their wool in the vinegar, please come and do so. As I say, it's to return the wool to its correct pH or whatever they call it.
Now mine is a
That's
bit.
great.
It's a
It
bit.
doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
not.
I know, it didn't put enough felt on it.
No, there's loads of felt on that. Loads of
Well,
felt.
you
on
see, it's a bit thin in some places, but anyway.
Yeah, you're grand. Just rub it. Wool is very, very forgiving.
That's boiling. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Sharon?
Yes. No, you're fine.
These are all your pieces, are they?
Yeah. As I say, I'm a storyteller, and these are all part of I actually have a 4.5 foot mermaid, but yeah, it's I wasn't really.
You have to take. Right,
No, go for it.
to put the.
This is it's in part of the story is about the strawberry moon, and the other part is about the Celtic sun. So they're all to do, and there's obviously a mermaid and a starfish and all sorts. And this is a replica. I'll talk about it maybe when we go back, because I'll be talking again. Yeah. So all my stuff is to do with storytelling. Now, have you all got your thing? And don't be afraid of your piece of work. It's not going to fall apart or be.
You think stuffing for the.
I do. No,
so
no, you don't need to dry.
Or just.
I'm going to go around with balls of stuff, and as I say, it's not a hugely stuffed thing, but if it's a pin cushion you're doing and you need a bit more, I have some.
Let's make it
Hanging. Good girl. What was I going to say? I'm going to just give out the stuffing, and then you can come over and get the hanging things, whatever you want. There's a bit of stuffing. There's a bit of stuffing. And I'll say, work your seams. But sometimes a definition is nice on a heart. So,
I think my heart will fox.
okay, you can do that. And did you vinegar it?
I did vinegar.
Everybody has vinegared their piece, have they? Well, as soon as you can vinegar it, the more we can move forward. A little bit. Yeah, one of those little things. It's only a little heart. It's not a huge bit. And I want you to keep a piece. Don't stuff until I actually start ending. So little ball. Oh, he broke his. Yeah. Now, everybody has vinegared, and a bit of stuffing, as I just said, a bit of stuff. Now, if you don't want to stuff it, you can just keep rolling and rolling, and it'll come together like this. Yeah. So what? There's a little. Oh, that's gorgeous. No, it's grand. Mine is fairly big. But did I give stuffing? Did you get a bit of stuffing? No.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, I think just stop there.
So the
lady.
there, yeah. So if you need another little bit of stuffing, I have plenty, but it's just to make sure that you have a little bit. Yeah. Sorry. Now, so I'm just going to talk about some of my work, just to bore the head off you. But I work in 3D most of the time, and it's mostly to do with storytelling. It's mostly to do with story. Piece is a replica. My daughter lives in LA, and I don't know if you've heard of the tar pits in LA. Oh, there's a lovely museum there, and it has all the things that have come up through the thing. And this is one of those, they're very famous pieces that came up through the tar. Now you can be sitting on the grass and next to you kind of feel a sensation of heat and you say, ooh, move. And next thing it goes, the tar comes straight up at you. So you have to be very careful where you have your picnic in the place. So it's called the tar pits. Now this is a fossil or a replica of the fossil that's in the museum. So it's one of the only times I actually did a replica of something. I'm always up in my, so this is what you see in the museum, the fossil. So it's been cracked out of a rock. So I said, oh, I have to replicate that. So it became part of one of my stories, of course. Yeah. So, and how do you get that? Brute force and ignorance. You just keep shaping. There's no magic trick. You just keep shaping. Whatever shape you want, the wool will give you, you know? Pardon? Oh, wet felted. This was wet felted. In a needle felting, I put a pearl in it just for, there wasn't a pearl in there. And it's the replica of the colors and the thing. Just thought I'd draw attention to that. But wool will do anything under the sun you want it to do. It's one of the most flexible mediums. Has everybody vinegared their piece?
Tree, please.
Yes, you can. You see the bag anywhere?
There.
Where was it? Oh,
No,
no, that's not it.
Thanks very much.
So now that you can, if you want to shrink it more, you can roly poly. If you wanted to go close with this brooch, you roll it on itself in the rolling wrap. But because we're going to stuff it, we don't want it to felt to itself. So now it's time to just stuff your felting in. Anybody at that? Yeah. So just make sure you're well ahead. Very nice. Now you can go up and get whatever colors and imagination you want to get. Whatever you want. Have you a wet felting needle or dry felting needle? Has everybody got a wet or a dry felting needle with them? Because this is the magic. You can do anything you like. If you need a needle, we have a lady over here who will supply you with a needle, no bother.
Oh, very good, because I have broken both of mine.
Yeah. So she'll be lending it to you. So yeah. Just what was I going to say? So you're doing a brooch and a wispy bit of love. I love those. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So you want to start sticking this up, go into the corners. You want it on your sleeve, right? Well, then just start rolling it. Keep, make it a bit smaller. Yeah, just keep rolling it and changing the direction. If you want it wide, what's your name or whatever? If you want to put it, you don't need to. I just needed that wide because there's too many letters in my name. So is everybody stuff the heart? And if you're not stuffing it and you want it to be flat, please continue rolling it and letting it come together.
So
Where's what?
the stuffing.
Oh,
There.
here. There you are. You're more than welcome.
Okay, well, stuff.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
as I say, now it's in your hands. You can get any colors you want, get anything, and get yourself felting. I'm going to give out, now, you see the felt, when you get your ball of felt, hello, silence. Thank you, giving an important instruction. When you get your piece of felt, I want you to get a nice long piece because you're going to put your ring in that and then put that back in. So as you needle felt, it becomes stronger and stronger where the hoop is, okay? So everybody got that? Now, so yeah, no, you're grand. Where's your ball of wool, your ball felt? Stuffing, yeah. So, no, not your wool, all the wadding is in there, is it?
Yeah.
Well, here,
Oh, I have another bit, sorry.
yeah, we need another bit, yeah. So what you do, now everybody watching, I want you to take a kind of a longish piece of wadding and put it aside for when you have it stuffed. This goes in with the loop on it or the ring on it, and it felts inside, and it becomes virtually impossible for it to be the loop to come away. So that's what's important there. So I'm going to give out the loops or the things, whatever you're wanting. Now, where is the box? I'm just coming around with the loops, yeah. That's your wadding. Did I give you wadding? Yeah, you take a piece of that wadding, yeah. So it's a great way for having, it won't come apart, it won't, if you felt it inside with the wadding. Now, so what are you're making a brooch? Yeah, I'll come back to you. Brooch, yeah. You're making a brooch, is it?
No, I'm going to do.
Oh, you're going to do the arm, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. A brooch this is a brooch.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Yeah, so don't stuff it too much, yeah. Now, you're making what? A brooch, right. What are you making?
Bag.
Oh, the bag, yeah.
Oh, that's to hang it, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's what I want you to wrap your thing around, shove it well in, and it'll stay stable when as your needle felt. So this is yeah, you just hook that onto there. Yeah.
That's at the end when you're.
No, now, before you start felting. Once you've stuffed it, it's part of the stuffing process. Part of the stuffing.
I'm with you.
Where did you cut it?
I put it here.
Yeah, but then that will be a hanger.
Yeah,
So, you have your piece,
right.
you stuff it, and then you stuff this in halfway,
Yeah.
no, not at the end, halfway, because you want wadding to be over to keep it stable. What are you making?
I'm going to make it just a stuffed heart.
Stuffed tart. Do you want to hang it, or
Yeah, I'll put it. How do I get the?
you just keep putting it in? It's just
Right,
brute
the
forcing.
bottom is-
Yeah. And now start felting as soon as you can, with all your colours.
Together.
Put it
Okay.
around. the big bill, I think.
No, you just get a piece. No, you don't need that much. You have it, have you got it stuffed?
Yeah,
Where did you stuff it?
Yeah, they're at the top.
Yeah, well, you need to get a piece of this,
Yeah,
not a big piece, because you're going to have to get it in here.
okay.
Where is it? I can't even see it. It's so small. How did you stuff that? But you put that, and it has to go in, and the needle felting, make sure it's really secure.
You don't wet it.
No, you don't wet it. You just put it on. Piece of wadding. Now, what are you hanging?
Yes.
So then that'll go in. Where's your piece you have for the? Yeah, it doesn't have to be so big.
See the way it was.
You're going to have to work it with the felting, with your wet felting.
So if you have an extra needle.
No, but somebody has.
Have you wadding somewhere?
Oh, that's not wadding.
You don't mind because I.
Yes, of course, we can. That's wool. That's not wadding. No, wadding. Oh yeah, wool you felt. Yeah.
Couple with a mask at me, so
Yeah.
is that okay if I give them a ball or two? Yeah. Thank you very much.
No, what I'm saying is for the handle, you have to put a bit of the,
Wadding it around, and you push it down.
yeah, and then felt.
And then as your needle felting, it secures it that it won't come away. Did you get one of these? There you go. Anybody need anything?
So this goes inside like that, and then
Yeah.
when I felt it,
And then it goes really solid. Sorry, we're looking for rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now get your dry felting going, and enhance your heart anyway. So what do you need here? A ring, is it? So where's your piece for have you got a spare piece of wadding? No, it's here in my hand. So
and wrap that around it and force it in. Then that's the back of it, isn't it?
That's the back of it, yeah.
Lovely. Thank
So
you
what
very
you
much.
do is you just wrap around this, and as you needle felt, it becomes stronger and stronger and
Yes, that's
stronger.
right. Then we can just.
Yeah, you go up and everybody has a needle felted needle, have they?
Yes.
So get going, girls. I'm dying to see the different personalities and creations coming. I have to get you. No, I haven't. Somebody has. Felting needle.
You need more?
Yeah, she's lending them out, so we're.
Needles if anyone needs.
Yes,
one.
this lady over here in the pinky purpley.
All right, yes, I'll just take one.
Yeah,
The wadding.
of course you can. Yeah,
I think it's just it needs a bit
more. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So. And go wild with your color. Yes, of course, just take a bit there.
It's finished.
And if you're looking for wadding, right? All the pillows have to be of a standard that people can breathe, and they're not fire, they're not, so a pillow, you'll get a mountain of wadding, and it's all of a standard of health and safety. Yeah.
Well, I Lidl the other day and I had a dip on the.
Yeah, oh, and you're able to say, yeah. So that's another cheap trick. You don't have to be sending off for things on wedding. Now, yeah, but make sure it's health, and it's not a rubbish pillow, that it's one that has, it's for sleeping on and has been, the government they have to have the government stamp on them, is what I'm trying to say. Here is my bag. Yeah, they're for all different stories, I do. Now, Yellow Brick Road is great for any fixtures and fittings. They're quite dear. Yellow Brick Road in town. I shouldn't be advertising for them, but anyway, people sometimes want to know, where will I get brooch backs? Where will I get key rings? Where will I get? You'll get it there. But if you're going to go to make a lot of things, you're better going on the web if you can. It's cheaper. Like 7 needles is $14.50 in trimmings. So they're quite expensive. Pardon? Pardon?
No idea.
Yeah. So now this here, right? You open it.
I put in that.
Yes, it says safety catch on it. Yeah, safety catch on it. You probably see better than me.
This one, big biscuit.
Yeah,
And
there's little holes in this. Oh, you can. You have to felt it over though. You have to use your felt. Put anything you like over. But there's your little, you see the holes in that?
Yeah.
You have to carefully felt in and out each side of them to put your brooch piece on, okay? So anybody else doing a brooch?
So you have to sew it, yeah?
Yes, you felt it on. You don't sew it. You felt it on. Yeah, you felt it on. Nothing stronger than felt. So there's 3 little holes there.
Yeah.
You just felt on either side, and you have your brooch. Now,
If you just want to hang, I have got the ribbon.
yeah, but we have hangers.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. They have metal hangers. They have little loops that hangs on the wall. But thank you. You're so
Right.
good. So good. Mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Stretch it like probably about half a meter of one color.
Yeah.
It's a package of about 30 colors.
Yeah.
So
Now, anybody need a bit of help with anything?
a bit more to go in there.
Yeah, you know where it is.
Sorry.
Just tear one open. Here, take whatever you need. And make sure you have, if you're going to hang that up, are you?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're going to pin it as a pin cushion. Yeah. Well, then you just start felting, needle felting back and forward and close it. Yeah. Anybody need help with anything? So I'm dying to see all the creations. That true? Those, yeah. Now go up and pick some colors,
Okay.
right? And needle, can you show him how to needle felt?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Now, I find needle felting very therapeutic. So, and remember, it's your little heart. It's representing your own heart. So make sure you go with heart. So just make sure you're felting closed, you're opening, whatever way you wish to do it. Just felt it, felt it, felt it. Yeah, have a drink.
Yeah.
So you put a little bridges design on one, but or
Oh, I did,
start.
yeah.
That's
That,
complicated though, is it?
it's a, oh, it's not really. If you're an artist or you know how to, I don't know where. Oh, there it is. You just make your.
Oh, okay.
Take that down and have a look. And the blue blanket is a tradition, you know, that you put your blue blanket out to be blessed when she passes.
Oh, the
It's a
Black
health
Friday.
thing. Yeah, yeah. So you have so just something. I just did landscape colors first and then just put the blue blanket on the thing on it. So
Okay.
take that down as a guide for yourself and just pick the colors that you want. They have a Bridget color. He's looking for a Bridget's cross kind of color. He wants to kind of replicate that. Anybody need help with anything?
So I think I've got in there now.
Yeah,
But when you go to put this on,
Yeah.
like, not very arty, you kind of just.
anyway you like, just it's your heart. Just let your own spirit put the colors on. You know, you can be real pernickety and do little pictures, but I love the one like the one I did there with all the colors. Don't know where it's gone. Oh yeah. See this here? I just whisk them any old way, and sometimes they're the best. The ones that you don't give a canoodle about. You know, you just what you call it.
Do it in skip.
Oh, the same way as you. Oh no, no. Little wispy bits. The same. Now, when you're working with your felt wool, work exactly the same little fine wispies that you used when you were laying down. Okay? Everybody happy? Yeah. So I wouldn't put felt with that much. I'd that.
Or little wisp.
Little wispy bits. That's the kind of, you'll get that kind of, and nothing is wrong.
Bit lopsided my heart, but anyway.
Yeah, no, it needs to go down into,
Into the thing.
right into.
I'm after felting it now, so you won't be.
Yeah, but see, next time you're making one,
So
you disappear it. See the way I did, it's disappeared in.
it's right in.
Yeah. So do you want to, here,
No, it wasn't one of yours. I think.
Yeah.
you put the bit of sponge under you. You don't need huge bits or anything. That's what I like to, you can look around your house and you'll find nearly anything that you can felt with. So when you're putting it in, make sure you put it in, like that's a bit sticking out. It's okay, but you're better if you push it right in and close it.
Here's my ring.
Yeah,
I thought it maybe.
where is your ring?
I thought you said to put it in.
Yeah, I did say.
I've done this before.
No, you're doing fantastic. You put it in and you felt it down, but
And
you must,
it out.
you
Yeah.
just a bit of the ring, not see the way I have there.
Yeah.
See the way I have there? See the way? Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah. So you're broaching, sorry. So when you're putting your thing in the back, see the way I just put it in, but it's all secured by the needle felting. So I'm dying to see all the creations. I don't know what time it is or anything, but I'm just dying to see what they've come up with. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That only took a fraction of the wool. There's loads of
That's
wool.
finished with, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you were successful at taking your heart out in one piece, the resist, take it home with you. So you can attempt another heart. Now, the resist can also be used when you get past the rolling and thing like that. You can use, if you haven't got net or anything like that, you can use a plastic bag or 2 sandwich bags on your hands. Bit of, you know, and you can go. Yeah, they're grand. The veg bags. No, this is for the next stage when you have it, when it's all felted in. You just get to, if you're doing a big piece, you just nothing on it, no soap on it, no nothing. It's when you're nearly at the dry stage. And you just, and it settles the felt even better. So I always look for what is in the house, what can I use?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the old plastic sandwich bags, or this is a bin liner. And when you're at the stage, you want to say settle that in, you just get a bag. If I'm doing a big thing, I put 2 sandwich bags on my hand and go, or a small thing. But it gives an extra finish to the finished product. So I was just saying, I always look for things around the house. Bin liner, sandwich bags. So when you get to this stage and you want to maybe get it to be shinier or better, yeah.
Oh.
Just with a sandwich bag. I'd put 2 sandwich bags on my hand if I'm not, and it gives a better finish.
Yeah, and what do you think of have you ever steam ironed things?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You
that
can't,
helps, doesn't
yes. Yeah, you can also, when your piece is done, you can steam iron it as well. But I like, this method is very economical, very easy, no electricity needed. And just when you're all ready and you have your pattern on it, just cheap bag. I used 2 sandwich bags on my hands for doing the final sheen, you know. So when you're all finished, you just get your sandwich bags on your hands and no soap, no water, and just keep the wool will still keep doing its trick. And now the wool is back to normal. So the barbs will work properly and it'll, you know, it's now the secret with thing, oh yeah, very, very fine bits. That's going to be gorgeous. Very, very fine. Yeah. So, oh, I love the eye.
I got my
Fabulous.
eye on you. That's
Yeah. Brilliant.
However, question, if I want to make a brush,
I-
what should I insert?
I'd give it to you.
Okay.
So felt that closed. If I can find. Hi.
Me again.
Yeah, so you want to put that stripe.
Are you okay for a lift home? I give you a lift.
Are you Clondalkin?
I am.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
Yes. I give you a lift before.
Oh, I've had like a tea strainer. I was very ill all last year, but you know.
You're from Clondalkin, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Because
Yeah, who asked me for it? Who asked me? Oh, yourself. Yeah, so.
you go to the shoot the first time I have. Well, I was there. Yeah. Did some pieces. Oh, good. Are you going to go next year? Yeah. Next year. I usually go on every month.
Here's your brooch. Now you see the holes. You have to carefully go either side. Felt them really strong.
Yeah.
Now.
He sold cards, Christmas cards.
Now, is everybody happy? How can I help anybody with anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen Traitors US? No, they are decorating their jacket 10 and 12 brooches. I can't just.
Yeah. Well, there you are. Now you know how to do it. Mm. Anybody need help with anything?
I'm not, how is it looking like dot holes?
No, that's perfect. It'll just be it's not going to, that's actually a texture that is lovely.
Okay.
You don't want solid. You want it to breathe. You want it to, so that is gorgeous. So if you put solid color on that, you might as well have just put a layer of purple on.
Yes, yes.
So you want it to have a personality in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Lovely, lovely, lovely. How are you doing? Brilliant.
It's the next stage now.
Felting, you just very,
Yeah.
very
Wispy
little
bits.
little wispy bits like that, or like can be anything like that. It can be anything. This is the one I just did quickly for here. Not all my life. I've been in the arts and I'm an artist and I've worked in every craft, but this about I'd say 6 or 7 years. But it's
You said it's just organic.
yeah.
There was something about it.
Yeah, as I say, I'm a storyteller. So my world went into I painted all these for the booth, and then I said no, I have to go more for the children, so that I actually bring the characters, But it's so I have a 4.5 foot mermaid that goes with most of these, but I said I'm not. I have too many other things to bring. So it's lovely, and it's so peaceful to do, and particularly if you're meditating or, clearing something. Yeah, yeah. So, and that's just done with completely raw wool, really just off the sheep's back, and I dyed it and did just as a sampler. Yeah.
You say it when you're eating lamb. I was thinking about you there and I was thinking, oh my God.
I don't eat
I
lamb.
don't either.
Yeah.
Either.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
So yeah, I have a project to do. I was asked to do a ewe lamb for a coffin for somebody's story. Okay. Yeah. So that's my next thing. I have to work on to say a prayer.
Well, as you said, you're
Well,
doing something to help the family.
yeah. Now, bring home your little sponges just to remind you that these are so cheap and cheerful, and you can get them in all sorts of sizes. And it's when you're making a resist, right? You draw your shape, you fold in half, and you cut the second half to be symmetrical to the first half. And you can draw any shape under the sun, but you do the one half, fold it, so as you have a balanced. You don't buy, do you know what it is? You get, if you get things wrapped in it, if you get a delivery, but I had to buy, because I use so much of it, they're underlay. You go to any carpet shop, and they might actually just sell you a yard of it. So if you're looking for the resist, a lot of it comes wrapped in products that are delivered through Amazon. But if you have a carpet place near you, or a lino place, or whatever, floor covering, you just go in, and it's about €20 for the big roll. But you can ask them, any chance I could get a meter off you? So be brave, And as well as that, the styrofoam is invaluable. When you get something packed in styrofoam, the white, we used to make snow when we were kids. Don't throw that out, because you can make, if you want in cling wrap, So you get a basic shape, and then I go 2/3 up and I make another one, and I cut my I make my wool to the size of the bigger, and then as it shrinks down, I keep using the original shape, get to the shape I want. And that gives you a nice box shape with no trouble. You don't have to worry about corners or anything. You just get your, as I say, so I'm a real, like, what can I use at home, you know? And so that's what I do. Just wrap it in cling wrap. Like if you wanted to do a little bag to hold your phone, you make the first piece of styrofoam, the thickness you want. Sometimes it's very thin, and you just wrap it together till you get the shape and the width and you want. And then you start working around that. And then you you have your original shape you want. Say I wanted the bag to end up that size. So you have 2 styrofoams, and I keep slipping in the one, as I'm shrinking, I keep slipping in the one that's the right size until I get to the right size. But, you know, you don't have to be looking for expensive things, you know. It's all about using what you have, and, you know, but yeah, if you're going to be busy, it's well worth buying a roll for €20 of this resist. If you're going to be felting, it's well worth it. Yeah, packaging, that's what I'm saying. Anything comes in a package, woo! Anything comes in polystyrene or whatever it's called, woo, it's in the shed in a second. But when you're working with polystyrene, it's not flexible like this. So you have to have the big size and then shrink it down to the small size. So if I can give you any more tips. But it's all about looking around you, you know, so something that's pure waste, you can turn into a treasure. Yeah. You know, polystyrene isn't the best thing in the world, but if you're reusing it and reusing it and reusing it, it becomes valuable, you know. So I'm all about look around your house and find, like that stretchy stuff I have there. My daughter was a Latin American ballroom dancer, and I had to design and make her costumes. And that's where I have the 6-way stretch. And like she's in her 40s now, so I had to import everything because there was no such thing as 6-way stretch in Ireland back then. But all these years later, I'm clearing out, and I think, oh, yeah, and it's real slippy. It's not. It doesn't get caught in the net at all. Yeah, it would be a kind of I suppose nowadays a bride's material, or it's 6-way stretch netting. It's for dancers. Latin American dancers dance. You never see a wrinkle, and that's because they're wearing 6-way material. You can't make it. Oh, I've lived the life. You can't make a dance dress out of anything but 6-way stretch if you want it to sit. That's why it never rises, it never moves, you never see a wrinkle, no matter what they do, you never see a wrinkle. It's because they use the 6-way stretch. But that was just at the end of a bag, and I said, oh, put that to use. So if you look and you don't know what you're going to find, you know, yeah. So I just want you, yes, we all want to buy the gadgets, and massage tools are great for, you know, if you don't want to be rolling.
The resist material called, what is that called?
Underlay,
Underlay.
carpet underlay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just underlay. What you call it? You tore your skin out. I'll give you another one so you'll have one for going home. Yeah, the old massage tools are fantastic for felting. You know, the roll and the circular one, you can go like that. But remember, the longer you spend working in the first, you know, rubbing it, work a bit longer before you go into rolling, because it shrinks much quicker if you've given good welly into the, you know, so you know, you think you're racing on, but it doesn't shrink as well as somebody who has worked longer on the. Now, did anybody break their resist when they were taking it out? Who broke it? I'll see if I have enough over. Yeah. No, you keep that and bring it home so you can work again. Yeah. And there, you broke yours. So there's a new one for you to start. You broke yours as well. Yeah, there you go. Just to give you, you know, it'll stop you. Oh, you do. As I say, think outside the box. You can send off for all these things for hundreds of pounds, but if you look around your own house, you'll find a lot. Did you break yours as well? Yeah. That's okay. I had everything wrapped in triplicate in there because the storms and the rains. And I'm on a bus, like I'm not in a car, you know. So I was saying, oh God, I'll be drowned, a rat and everything be wet. So there you go. You're more than welcome. Everybody else happy? I'm dying to see them. Oh, I do.
I did. I took the top off mine when I was taking.
Yeah, no worries.
And then you do the back as well. It depends on
You
what you're doing
can,
with it.
but I would keep felting more wool over that.
All right.
So you can,
Any of these.
any of these colors will do. Just make sure it's nice and secure. And every time you go in through it, it's doing a bit of felting anyway. So I'm just trying to get this open. That's what I mean. So that's what I like you to have the two, what you can to start, because you know, sometimes it could take you a month to figure out how am I going to make a bit of resist. So. Oh, Bob, got you. I got you. Oh, brilliant.
Don't need to put either an eye or my eye.
Brilliant. Oh, some brilliant ones there. Take some photos. Pardon? Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, beautiful. It's Gordon, I got you. And she has an eye in the middle of it. It's lovely. So I have to say, it's were a pleasure to work with. Very easy. Yeah, really.
The first.
So always remember to settle yourself before you start felting. And the monks they tap the body just like that. And it brings air and oxygen and blood to the brain, gives it a little feed. So you just gently tap. And if they're sore anywhere, they tap to start the healing process. So if you're sore anywhere in your body, little bit of tapping will help. The what you call it, the Tibetan monks have been healing like that for centuries. Pardon? It's amazing. Just tapping wherever you're sore, because you're bringing blood, and blood brings oxygen, and oxygen heals you. Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah, so for bigger bits of work, these you have to get online. Oops, sorry. You have to get online. But as I say, I work with sponge quite often, you know. And as I always wet the center of your piece. So then when you flatten, you push the water away and you're letting not extra air get in. You want the barbs of the wool to knit. So wet the center and spread it out. And remember, you don't need too much of an overlap because the wet wool stretches. And these are the bamboo mats you pick up, you know. But when you're working small, the sushi mat will do the same job. So these are for bigger pieces you're using on the bamboo mats. But the sushi mats, do just as well for the likes of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have the sushi mat will do the same. You have it here. Yeah.
So I'll just punch back.
No, you can keep that. Give so give you a bit of enthusiasm. I have me heart and I have me sponge.
Was part of some packaging that I got in the mail. and
Yeah.
It's perfect for my felting.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And it's also perfect as if you wanted to make something small, say a little pouch.
Right.
That would be,
Nice.
that's what you would felt around.
Yes.
And you get out having the complications of trying to make a bag and have the, so if you have a few of these, you just wrap them together and build whatever shape you want. But you just want, make one 2/3 bigger than this. And then this is your tester for the size that you want it to be. So your sushi mat is perfect for that. The roll your bubble wrap in the bubble wrap, yeah. You put the bubble wrap around like that. And then when you get to a certain stage, you can just do it. It's just, I think they're not even €2. Sushi bits. Thank you, thank you.